All praises to the Most High. This is Elliot. There's a burden that comes with this truth. I want to let you guys know. It's great, but as you start to walk it out and staying steadfast in the Most High and operating in the daily grind, you realize that, sometimes things just kind of fade away. The newness of it, and you're also learning along the way, and you're going to hear a lot of people believe in different things in terms of doctrine, but it is definitely not for the faint of heart. And I want to let you guys know that in the season where the dry bones are coming together and Israel's waking up, we have to be able to kind of debrief and kind of talk some things out with one another, because the burden of the truth is real. And the reason why I say that is primarily because I know that when I want to help people, especially the true Israelites, I really want to tell them about their identity. I want to get them to wake up from the lie, to disassociate with the matrix. The hidden, the Israelites being hidden is one thing, but there's so much more that goes to this, and all the links that they go through in order to hide the truth, and how the world is ordered and the matrix and all that stuff, and it's all intermingled and intertwined. And I say, what I'm saying is that the burden of it can get heavy after a while, because you're going to have to be able to talk to people who literally reject it, or they may not be at the point yet where they can receive it. They may not flat out reject it, but they just don't receive it, and that's kind of frustrating as well. Or you find out people who seems like they've just gone too far. They made some choices and decisions in their life and their walk that it just may seem like it's just helpless anyway. So I'm sharing with you guys today how burdensome it can be, especially if you've been in this walk for a while, to really see the things going on around you, seeing so many people still walking around in the dark, blinded with their eyes closed, still seeing this world chugging along, and messages being sent, confusing messages being sent, so many agents of Satan fired up with big platforms, TV shows, movies, all types of different things in order to influence. And it can take a toll on you, because you feel like you're in a battle that you can't win. And you know what? Individually, we can't, but collectively and being obedient as an individual, we can. We just got to continue to stay steadfast and do what the Most High tells us to do. Share with who he leads us to share with. And I've said this before, and I'll say it again. You can't share the truth with everybody. Now, you can try. I would say if you have something, somewhat of a mild talk track, or something that you could just say gently about, hey, do you know who God's people are? Do you know what God's relationship is with the Israelites? You just kind of find out if they even know who the Israelites are. A lot of people just do church, but they don't even know who the Israelites are, and God's relationship with them. So to start any further than that, if somebody doesn't even know who the Israelites are, sometimes that's too much. And sometimes the people who are extreme on the other end, in terms of just like totally gulped up the Zionism thing, and then they just believe that the synagogue of Satan is who is the fake ones are the real ones. When they believe that, sometimes that's too far too, because they've listened to the John Hagees and the different Christian networks and the stuff that's been published around in these churches, and to them that is who they believe, and their heart's there. I would say that the program has done a pretty good job on some people, really taking away, their really robbing their identity, making them seem like that they can't be anything great, that there's no way possible. But if you are called, chosen, set apart, the elect of the Most High, you should have something in your spirit that just resonates. I know when I first heard the truth, it was just like, that's it. Like I knew that I knew that I knew. Like it was like somebody telling you, if you were walking around blind, no. Matter of fact, if you were walking around with your eyes wide open and you see that you have dark skin, okay, darker than Esau and them. So you but nobody ever talked about skin. And this is kind of a bad illustration because this is not about skin color. Okay, this is, being an Israelite is not about skin color. I will touch on that more, but you can have Israelites that by blood can be very, 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 very light, depending upon the pedigree, the house of their father. That's in Numbers 1:18. So I got distracted. Maybe I should use a different illustration, but I'm going to go and finish this one as long as I give you that disclaimer. So nobody ever talked about skin color, right? But then one time somebody walked up to you and said, hey, you're brown. And then you looked at yourself and was like, yeah, I know I'm brown. But nobody had ever, just imagine a world where people never ever discuss what they look like. Okay. So that was kind of like me when I got the truth. I was like, when I found out that I was here, it's like I knew it. I like everything in me, everything, the dots connected. And a lot of people, especially his leaders and the elect, he already prepares you. He's got stuff deposited in you. So the only learning curve, or the only thing that you really have to overcome, is the fact of just proving it, seeing it in the scriptures, confirming it, over and over again. And then once you get there, you'll realize, and that's funny too, because I've had the situation where you think, is this real? Is this, because the whole world is totally opposite of the truth, right? So you were like, man, this has got to be fake. Maybe I'm on to something. Maybe I need to be on the corner selling bean pies and incense. But no, this is the truth, y'all. This is the for real, and there's no going back. What you gonna do? Go back to the Christian, go back to the Christian church and, hold your cup of coffee and wave your hand with a little guitar music and the smoke and the lights? No, that's not it. This is it. But yet we're walking in the matrix, and we're all spread out, and we're waking up at different times and at different levels, and everything seems so disjointed. And I believe that's just for the season. I'm hoping and praying it's just for the season. But there is a burden that comes along with waking up. And just to summarize, because I know I have not gone into an in-depth teaching on this channel in particular. I have in person with people and stuff like that. But just know that in Deuteronomy 28:68, when it says the Most High will bring you back into Egypt again on ships, he's referring to us, the black people in America. And the Egypt is not Egypt per se, but it means the house of bondage. And we are in the house of bondage. That was a slavery. And it continues to be bondage. America is basically, it is Babylon. And it's in the process of being brought down. And, we'd be spread. It says the Israelites would be spread across the ends of the earth, scattered. It said that we would be bought for bondsmen and maidservants, but we would never be redeemed. And, all the curses in Deuteronomy 28, it falls on a specific people. Who are the people that were disobedient? But yet, if you look at the other ones that they're claiming to be the people who are not the people, the fake ones, you realize that they're not living cursed. They own everything, they run everything, and that's them. So that's just a little synopsis. If you happen to be watching this and you had no idea of who's who in Israel and the world, well then, welcome. It is the people that the Most High sent and scattered and hid us so well that we basically are hidden from ourselves. So waking up is a process for us. But what I was focusing on today was not just the process of waking up, it's the process of staying awake. And it's knowing how it can be burdensome, especially when you're looking for fellowship, when you're looking to connect with people that, on the same level, when you're trying to intermingle with people whose doctrines are this, that, and the other, when you're trying to get over the drama and the camps and the misinformation, the agents that are out there, teaching, sowing confusion and discord in the community, which there's some big names. This is crazy. Like people that really, I believe, have helped the community over the years, all of a sudden have gotten activated to be pure evil. But that's the way it goes. That's the world we're in. But I just want to encourage everybody to stay steadfast and stay strong in all the things that we're going through, and know that there is a burden to carrying this truth. And as we go through life, as we go through these days, the end times, I'm praying and hoping for some things to change. I believe that there's going to be significant events unfolding, us being not just awakened, but moved from here to there, us coming together, us rising up, us being able to be unstoppable in our identity because look, this is one thing that's key. Once you know who you are, and this is why it's been so key for them to, gather all the nations to come against us so we would no longer be a nation. And once you have that identity and the confidence and the boldness that you are who you are, you're walking in boldness, and you're co-signed and checked and stamped by the Most High, you're unstoppable. You can stand up to anything. I don't care what Esau throws at you. So, I want you guys to be encouraged on that and learn how to really, really be bold and strong in your identity. And that can help you. It's like the last scene of the first Matrix when Neo finally went up to Mr. Smith with the complete confidence in his identity and his abilities. And when the bullets were coming, he was doing all this dodging and weaving, and he could see the code because he could see the truth. And that's what it is. I mean, there's so much that we get in movies and different things and different forms of media where they're telling us the truth. But if you grasp on a certain thing, I'm not saying all things, but certain things that have come out in some of these movies and stuff like that can really help us grow and, connect the dots that we need to. So, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to touch base with you today on something kind of simple, but very worthy of time. To just know that there is a burden that comes along this truth the longer that you walk in it, the more you're trying to figure things out. But rest assured that this is all part of the process and the plan, and there's nothing like being awake and knowing who you are, knowing that who you were before slavery started. Because who were black people before we were slaves? Why don't they talk about that? Ask somebody that. Every time somebody asks you, if they try to challenge you, and that's one, what they call it, objection. You don't even need a way to handle objection. You don't even really need that. The truth should be the truth. But there may be sometimes that you may want to pour into some more people, maybe people who are close to you, and really try to get them to wake up. But it's a spiritual awakening, and all I could say is you could deposit seeds and then, allow the Most High to bring the increase, allow others to water if that's necessary. But know that everybody's not coming into this thing. But once you get there, I don't see there's any way possible to go back, because once you're completely awake, it's hard to go to sleep. So wake up, y'all, if you haven't yet, and stay tuned to this channel, because I will continue to, as long as the Most High opens the door and it's His will, I will continue to do what He's called me to do here. And we will also defeat the devil in so many ways in our lives. We'll overcome the bondages, because another thing is that what we have to do is just continue. I mean, not just waking up and everything, that's all fine and well, but we still have issues. So we need to be able to overcome, and we need to be the best we can be for the Most High. So as a matter of fact, if there's any sick among you right now, and you need to be there's someone to come into prayer with you and agree with anything that's going on in your body, that you need healing from right now, Father, in the name above all names. We come right now and disagree with that person out there that is broken, that has an infirmity in their body, that has been told negative news from the doctor, or they're too scared to go to the doctor because they feel something going on in their body. Lord, if they have a heart of faith and healing, and they're coming to agreement with this prayer right now, Lord, we pray that you send angels to their side, that you bless them, that you heal them. We plead the blood of the Most High, of His Son, Yahshua, over their body, that they will be healed and washed and set free, and that their faith will set them free, and that they will be healed and whole. So I pray this to all that are sick amongst you, that just has, even if you didn't pray with me, but if you're just in your mind, in your body, just knowing that, I may not have the faith to come into agreement now, but I've heard something come across that is touching me, that is healing me, that is moving cells. That's the word of the Most High. That's the anointing of His chosen. And I pray right now that you just get touched and blessed and set free and loose from all infirmities, and that you'll be healed, and that you will be moved to the next level in your life. And I just wanted to pray that, just hit my spirit right now, because I know there's a lot of things that we continue to go through and fight, and it can even be something in our own minds. You don't always experience the manifestation of sickness in your body. It can be in your mind. You can be tormented from opening doors, from generational curses, where things are just continuing to take you this way and that way, and you just can't focus because you're just being tormented, and you can't get that clarity that's necessary to carry on. So I bind the rebuke of depression, schizophrenia, bipolar disorder. I bind any kind of post-traumatic stress, any trauma. We cast that out right now in the name of Yahshua. And we thank you, Father, that you're doing your work, and you're doing a mighty, mighty work in the people that you've called and chosen that love you. Everybody, I pray that you guys just stay steadfast and just do what's necessary to continue on. Keep your body moving in a good direction by feeding it right. Follow God's laws, statutes, and commandments, which were never done away with. It's a lot easier than you think. And that's really showing how you love Him. It's by following Him, following His laws, statutes, and commandments. Do all this and continue to be better. Continue to do what you need to do, and watch the blessings come into your life. Watch the revelation come, and be whole. All praises, and until the next time, this is Brother Elliot. Peace.